We're live. Hey, everybody. Oh, my goodness. I don't know who's here, but we've just been sitting backstage talking about things, and time got away from us. So here we are, late.
We're not.
I don't see anybody yet. I hope that people got notifications. They've been crazy lately. Do you see anybody?
Yeah. Not yet.
Okay. Notifications have been crazy lately. I was thinking about somebody was going live, and like I knew they were going live and I never got a notification. Does that happen?
I only get notifications for the videos that I've say, the creator puts it up a day or two, whatever, in advance. And then I say, okay, notify me. And then I think I get a notification 30 minutes
before
in advance, and then again when it starts.
That's a lot to remember.
If it's just something I'm subscribed to, somebody I'm subscribed to, and they, happen to be doing a live, I won't necessarily see anything, I don't think. So if I don't know, it's kind of like, if I don't know about it in advance, I can set a reminder, for myself. But if I don't know in advance, I may not see anything.
All right. You said that you're drinking tonic water.
Yeah. Plain tonic water.
You're in France.
I know. Well, I mean, I have stuff, but I just
I
don't want to get silly.
I have the big cup of water, and then I did pour myself a little glass of red. It's just Boda Box.
No, I don't think.
Boda Box is this. It's like a plain brown box wine.
Okay.
And they have a brand within that brand that's Nighthawk. That's supposed to be like, I don't know, a little bit elevated, I guess. And Boda Box is one of my favorite boxed wines. And I got the Nighthawk Cabernet Sauvignon, and it is, I got to tell you, as good as the Chateau Carolyn that I had before.
Oh, wow.
So that makes me feel good.
Yeah, I like Cabernet also. That's one of my favorites.
Is that your favorite red?
One of. I don't know if I have an all-time favorite, but I also like Zinfandel.
Okay, red?
Yes.
Yeah.
Zinfandel, but I can't really get that here.
I like Shiraz.
Also Pinot Noir.
I like Shiraz. It's a dry red, and I really like a nice Merlot. But I just find like Cab Sav is just a little bit lighter than a Merlot. Merlot is very dense to me.
I find Pinot Noir is like a really, I think, full-bodied red, but that's one that Jan and I both like. Like, that's his favorite, I think, and I like it too. So if I can find it, which here I can.
I'm the only drinker in the house, so. Do you like white?
I will drink if it's dry. I don't like Chardonnay or any of the sweeter varieties.
Oh, I like Chardonnay, dry Chardonnay.
Yes, Sauvignon. Chardonnay, any Chardonnay is not dry enough for me. So I like Sauvignon Blanc.
Me too. Do you like Pinot Grigio? Or is that too sweet?
Yes, I like Pinot Grigio. Also, that's a light.
I found a drier Riesling here that I really like. It's called Kung Fu Girl.
Oh, I like the name.
Me too. Where is everybody? We may be talking. We can talk up a storm ourselves. Stay with me. What? All right. So tell me. I don't think you and I, of all of our conversations that we have had over the years, I don't know that I ever asked you how you got started with tarot.
Probably not, because actually I think that our when you were first doing wine and tarot, we weren't I was only subscribed to a couple channels, like not that much. And I think I heard about your channel and wine and tarot, like people talking about it, but I just didn't know. I didn't know who you were, and I didn't know what that was, you know. And then I think by the time I knew who you were, you weren't really doing it anymore. And so we met more through
Zen. Yeah.
Through Zen. And we weren't talking about tarot that much. We were doing the Zen thing. Right. So yes, you're right. I don't think we ever had that conversation, because that's not how I knew you first, really.
So funny, because I remember us meeting at the same time, but that's okay. Whatever. So how did you get into tarot?
So I think it's been a long time ago, so I'm trying to remember the exact order of things. I think it may be that my best friend, I think her college roommate got her a tarot deck as a gift. And then that gave her the idea to give me one as a gift. I think that's how it worked. But like I said, it's been a very long time. But anyway, I was given my first deck by my best friend. And that was back when everybody thought that was a requirement, that your first your first deck had to be gifted to you, along with all those other, superstitions and everything. And she gifted me the Robin Wood Tarot.
Oh.
And she chose that because she it has a lot, it's very nature based. And she knew that's something I love. I love the woods, and I love nature, and it's more pagan-y, although there is still, like, the Hierophant is still like a pope like figure, which is kind of strange. for the rest of the deck,
a really pagan-y deck. You're right.
Yeah, so that's kind of strange, but I think she got that for me also because I've always been kind of unaffiliated, so with any real, practice or tradition. So, and so then, we did readings for each other, as like young students, and totally reading from the little white book, not knowing anything else about it. Not having, and in those days, as much access to information on how to learn more about tarot. And
okay, so go back a second. So you're at university now? You're in college?
Yes, I think it was like during the first couple of years.
Okay.
Of college, and so we were, just like I said, messing around, doing readings for each other. And it was like, also, like, I was always interested in things like this, I think. But then at the same time, my course of study was science, it was engineering. So very logical, very, very grounded.
Right.
And again, I didn't really have any kind of spiritual practice, so that just wasn't, my vibe. And so it was kind of fun to play around with, but then at the same time, I wasn't like really in a frame of mind to get really into it.
Right.
And then one a couple of years after Jan and I met, he got me as a gift what is that one called? Legend Arthurian Tarot, which is now out of print. And that was because he knew I had a tarot deck, and that my friend and I would read for each other sometimes. And then he knew I was very into the Arthurian legend, and he found this in the bookstore and thought, hey, perfect gift. And it was it was really cool. But again, I didn't really read with that one very much. And those were the only two I had for about the next 30 years, maybe.
That's so funny.
And then all of a sudden, I decided, this was after probably at least 10 years of having our own business and being like very, that's again a very, very, day in, day out grind, balancing the books and doing the work. And
Right.
and I started to feel like my intuition wasn't very good anymore or something. You know what I mean? I felt like when I was younger, I was rather intuitive. And then I felt like I was losing that.
Yeah.
And I thought, what can I do to get that back maybe? And I thought, hey, my deck, I haven't touched it, in years.
Oh my goodness,
maybe
you still had them.
I still had them.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I won't get rid of anything that is gifted to me.
Okay.
I'm very sentimental about things, and especially when somebody gave something to me, I won't get rid of it. Okay. So I thought but in that meantime, of course, the internet came about, and YouTube and everything. And that I started, I think, doing some searches I wanted to learn about tarot more, really study it, really learn more about how it worked, and then how to practice with it. And like I said, sort of hone my intuition a little bit. And that's when, like I said, I discovered YouTube, TarotTube. Wow. And I think probably the first channel I came across was Simon's, and I subscribed to that. And but then I started finding some other channels because I was looking for recommendations on books and decks, and of course then my collection exploded. So
isn't that the way it goes?
2 decks that I never touched for 30 years now. Yeah.
Like just listening to your story, and like most everybody else that I talk to in the tarot world, I realize how sheltered I was. I mean, I grew up in the 60s. All that kind of stuff was out there. Yeah. But not in my life. Like not in my life. We didn't, I don't even know that did I know about fortune telling? Like the fortune tellers? I probably maybe saw a movie with a fortune teller in it, and it was very woo, spooky. But I never knew, I swear, I don't think I heard the word tarot until I was 40, in my 40s. Now, my ex-husband's grandmother read a deck of playing cards, and I was fascinated by that, but it just seemed so complicated to me. I thought I could never do this. And she was freakily accurate as well. But yeah, so it was like I was working in a nursing home. I was a director of marketing, and admissions and marketing, and I was eating my lunch in the executive director's office, as you do, and the director of dining services came up, and he had this deck of Rider-Waite Smith cards, and he read my cards for me, and he was freakily accurate. And so I went into, this was like, well, I you've heard this story. So it was 2004 when I got my first deck, and that was the only deck I had until, I think, 10 years, 2014. And then I went on, the first channel I came across on YouTube was Kellyanne Maddox.
Okay.
And I was like, wait, what? There's other decks? What? And then my collection exploded.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? So, hey, everybody. Hey, you, Chris Kelly McFadden and Robin. It's so nice to see you here, and Emma and Beth. I'm so glad you guys are here. Yay. The first home away from home in 1973. Yes, head shops. Oh, yes, with tarot incense. Yes, and beads. Okay, so we had a head shop in our little town. Okay, I grew up in Attleboro, Massachusetts. That's where I grew up. And we had this little, it was a head shop, but I always called it the bead shop because it was the 70s and we were really into like stringing beads, and they had like an old-timey candy case in the back of the shop that was just filled with beads. And I'd go in there and I'd buy beads and posters. And when I started buying incense, my mom started getting worried, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm sure they had tarot decks, and I just didn't even, well, I probably couldn't see them. So I didn't know, I didn't know. But I've made up for lost time.
I grew up about, well, it's less than 10 miles. It's probably more like 5 or 6 miles from Woodstock.
Oh.
And of course, that's like a hotbed of everything.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Tarot. But yeah, I never went, like said, I never really went there and found out anything about tarot or whatever, I don't know.
I remember when Woodstock happened, and I was like, I wasn't a teenager yet, but I wished that I was. Like, I so wished that I was 18 years old and I could go to that concert. Like, I just thought it was so cool. And we used to get Life magazine. Anybody in America in the chat remember Life magazine? It had the big, It was big. It was huge. It had big pictures in it. And I remember seeing the pictures from Woodstock, and it was pretty crazy.
But Woodstock is not where the Woodstock Festival actually
No.
So yeah, it was pretty far. It's actually pretty far.
Chris says, Donna, he absolutely loves the room that you're in with the bookshelves around you. I love that too.
Oh yeah, this is my room. Jan's got his own room, and the library is my room.
Beth wants to know what town she used to live in. Woodstock.
Oh, in Woodstock, New York?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from Saugerties.
That's so cool. Wait a minute. Jilly, Emmy says she grew, oh my gosh, yes, in Northern Rhode Island. We used to go to church in Rhode Island, in Pawtucket. So Emmy, we're going to have such a great time in November, because there is a place down, I think it's in Port Judith in Rhode Island, and it was called George's. And we used to get the best clam cakes down there. Oh my gosh, they were so good. Ooh, my mouth is watering. Isn't it weird how everything comes together? You wouldn't have loved the crowds at Woodstock. Oh, so I didn't think about that, Robin. I didn't. Here's what I wouldn't have loved. Where do you go to the bathroom? Oh my gosh, you know this place. Oh, you had a summer house in Port Judith. Oh, I can't. Oh wow, that's so much fun. Hey, Kristen, I don't know if you know this, but I'm doing the rune circle, and every week I'm using your deck to show the runes. I'm going to run out of them when we run out of the Elder Futhark. I think you should do a rune deck that has to do with the Anglo-Saxon Futhark, but that's just me. But yeah, and then I link it every week. So hopefully, I don't have a whole lot of people watching the series, but it'll be out there for everyone. So I was telling Donna, I want to tell you all about news I had, and I'm really sorry about Henry. So I let him out yesterday, and he went on walkabout. So I don't trust him out alone, and I can't babysit him right now. So he has to be inside. Mark's late because he went to go pick up some kind of, I don't know, wire he needs for soldering, or I don't know what, but he'll be home shortly, and you won't hear Henry whining and scratching at the door. But in my video that's coming out on Monday, you'll hear him banging the bells to go out throughout the whole video. And I'm laughing and I'm talking to him, and he's banging the bells. And I took the bells down afterwards, which is why he's just knocking at the door. Kids, what are you going to do? Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys, something, because you never know who knows someone who, right? So do you in chat know about Ray-Ban's Meta glasses? Have you heard of Ray-Ban's Meta glasses? And I'll wait for people to say yes or no. Dun, 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 dun. No. Okay. That means I have to tell you what they are. Okay, Ray-Ban. No. Okay. Wow. Okay. So they're relatively new. They came out, I don't know if it was 2 years ago or a year ago, but I found out about them a year ago in the summer. And so Ray-Bans partnered with Meta AI, and they came out with these really cool glasses for content creators, so that you could take really great point of view pictures and movies. And it has Meta AI technology, so you can also do things like, what's the weather? What's the score of the game? Whatever you could do with Siri, you can do with these glasses. And they have speakers that you can hear. Okay, so and the way this happens is, and I have to look at myself. So see here on my glasses where the, like where the hinge things are, they're like, the light part right there. Well, on the Meta glasses, those are cameras. So it can take still pictures, and it can also take movies. Pretty cool, huh? Well, last year, not this past summer, but the summer before, I found out I watch, because I'm visually impaired, I watch blind and visually impaired creators as well. Found out through the blind and visually impaired world that they were using the Meta glasses as assistive devices. So in other words, blind people were able to go through airports, and the Meta glasses could help them navigate the airport and like read the signs and tell them, which way to go to get to their gate. They're able to read a menu to you, and specifically you could say, could you read all the egg entrees, or could you read the desserts that have chocolate in them? It'll read things that you guys don't think about, but is a barrier to me. Like, I can't go into a fast food restaurant and just look at the menu because I can't see the menu. So it'll read the menu to me. I can go into a grocery store and look at the pasta aisle and say, hey, Meta, can you find a rotini? Where's the rotini? So I decided that I wanted to give these glasses a try, and I am hooked up with an agency called Blind and Visual Services in Pennsylvania. Every state has one. And I asked if they would pay for them for me as equipment. You get $1 allotment for equipment. And they said, well, we've never done that before. You're going to have to ask your low vision specialist to recommend them. And so I went to her, and she said, absolutely, yes, let's do it. I love her. So we got the glasses in. I went in to use them, to actually like try them on and use them about a week ago. And oh my God, they're amazing. I was able to I was standing outside the waiting room, and I said, hey, Meta, can you tell me what's in front of me? And Meta said, yes, you're standing in front of a room. Across from you, there's a wooden credenza, and on top of the credenza, there's a floral arrangement, and hanging on the wall, there's a picture of a cow. Next to you, on the perpendicular wall, I don't know if it said perpendicular. They might have just said against the wall. There are 3 chairs, and there's a person in the chair. It was my husband. And I said, how far is the person from me? And they said 10 feet, and they were right. I went out into the parking lot and I said, what's in front of me? And they said, a parking lot is in front of you and there are 3 cars directly in front of you. And I said, can you find the orange one for me? They said, yes, the orange one's the middle one. It could read signs. Like, I know you guys, you don't think anything of this, but like, it read a road sign that was 30 feet from me that I couldn't see, you know. It read, so here's what this is going to be able to do for me. So every day, if I'm looking up something that has to do with tarot and these confounded books, you know, I take a picture of it and blow it up, or I'm using Ruby, and that's fine. And I'm fine with that. But these glasses will actually read that text to me. And just for cost's sake, this little piece of equipment, this Ruby, is $750. And the Meta glasses that I got the Meta glasses with my prescription lenses. I got the transition lenses that are always more expensive, and that was $750. And any updates that come to it, it's just going to make it. I'm so excited because it's going to make travel easier for me. It's going to make my life easier, and I'm going to be just that little bit more independent. I told Mark that I'm going to be able to read the ice cream flavors when we go to the dairy. But I'm just saying that if you know anybody that struggles with vision, please tell them about these. They're amazing. And the Meta glasses, on top of the credenza, somebody forgot something. What?
Oh.
I missed the comment.
Oh, I think, yeah, Robin.
Oh, somebody forgot to dust.
Yeah, it'll tell you.
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. But yeah, I'm just, so if you know anybody that's struggling with vision, like a parent that has macular degeneration, or friends, or anybody that struggles with vision, please tell them about these glasses. They really are a game changer. And like, do they do everything? No, they do not. But they are going to make life a lot easier for me. No, they do not. No, they don't speak to you nonstop. It's like your phone. It's like, you know, using Siri or whatever AI you have on your phone. It only works when you say, hey, Meta. So
yeah, that's amazing, Jilly.
I'm really excited. Can you tell? I'm really excited. Yeah. And so what happened then was that I had to write, because I'm the first one. Like, I can't believe that I'm the first person in the state, but it is, you know, it's new technology. So they have not approved a lot of these. So I had to write a letter, and they wanted information from me. So it was a district administrator who wanted information from me. And the first question, this is the Bureau of Blind and Visual Services. I'm just saying, okay? The first question they wanted me to answer was how did they put it? What is your major barrier to independent living?
It should be self-explanatory. It's in their title of their agency.
Yeah. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't blind.
Bureaucracy, you gotta love it.
Yeah, bureaucracy, you gotta love it for sure. So anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know, and anybody that sees this replay, if you know anybody that needs help with visual, because they were just approved yesterday. And yes, when I get them, you'll see them. And yes, for tiny fonts, I won't have to bitch about that so much anymore. Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's saying hi to Tony. Tony's here. Hey, Tony. Oh my goodness. So that happened over the week, and I'm really excited. The November's Crohn's compass is 3/4 of the way done. I should have it done this weekend. So it'll be up. I try to have them up on the site by the time the next zodiac sign happens. So it's always around the 21st, 22nd of the month when that happens. So I try to have it up by then. But I'm telling you, because so we're coming into a new moon, right? And the new moon is going to be on the 21st of October. The 22nd of October starts Scorpio season. So to me, this new moon should be the new moon in Scorpio, because new moons, the way I learned it, begin a lunar cycle. But no, that's not how it is. So the new moon, this new moon next week is in Libra. And then we're done. Then it's Scorpio season. But it just seems backwards to me. It doesn't seem right. But it's not something I can change. So I just got to go with the flow.
I always have to look it up. Like where are we? Which is it going to be now?
Yeah, I have to look. Well, yeah, I have to look them up too. That's why I'm writing this whole thing. Because I look them up and then I kind of plan around it. I still have my moon water in the refrigerator from last full moon. I better drink it soon. I keep forgetting. Or I can just put it out next month. So so for the full moons, we've got 3 super moons in a row. We had one in October, we have one in November, and we have one in December. And that's really cool too, because the super moon is when the moon in its orbit is closest to the earth. And so it just is so much bigger. And we can release and manifest so much more.
Or it makes us that much more crazy and emotional.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so this new moon is all about relationships. So
yes, I looked up in both of my moonology decks.
Ooh, what did you find?
I just looked up the new moon in Libra, like entry or the card and the entry in the book for each of them to see, because they're slightly different. I mean, yes, they both reference relationships, I think, but
relationships, harmony,
yeah,
justice, because that's what Libra is all about. So tell me about your moonology decks. I just have this one, and what's the difference in all of them?
I only have I have the original one, so that's the one you have.
That's the one I have. Yep.
And then I also have the moonology manifestation.
Ooh.
And
I might need that.
Yeah, I think the main difference is the manifestation deck is focused on manifesting. so each entry in the guidebook gives you a little bit about like what that moon cycle means, but also what to focus on, like what your mindset should be, tips for in this case, like said, calling in love. It says an affirmation, and like when to do the manifestation, like the best time. So the best day, like best part of the moon cycle, or best day of the week, or best time of day.
Wow.
So they give you different options. So, and then
when things get complicated, it goes that way again too.
Yeah, and for me, honestly, this one, I love the colors.
Okay.
It's all this purple and
that's cool.
So, but I also was interested to see, like I said, what the manifestation advice was. So, but I still really love this original one. It's I like to pair decks. So I like to pair, tarot and oracle when I do readings most of the time. And this one just pairs really well with a lot of things.
Okay.
I think because the artwork is so simple.
Yeah.
It's just a moon, a simple symbol, and a title.
I agree. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Kristen said, are those decks mixable? I don't know if she meant the manifestation and the other deck, or she meant, are they pairable with other decks? And Tony, I don't know if she was talking about Libra, but she said declutter. And that is actually a thing about Libra too, declutter.
Yeah, I don't know if Kristen was wondering, if you could combine. You can. They're both from Hay House, and they're the exact same cardstock and the exact same size. So you could, but of course the backs, are different. So you would see a difference when you're shuffling, but they are, like I said, exactly the same.
Robin says he don't know nothing about no moons except what people flash at him. The ones people flash at him.
So, and then I'd like to demonstrate the slight difference between them. So the original moonology for new moon in Libra says a new romantic cycle begins.
Yeah.
And the manifestation card says, no, you are loved.
Yeah.
And it also had, the original one has the scales to represent Libra, but then the manifestation one has the astrological symbol for Libra. So, but I love them both. They're both very pretty. And like I said, give a slightly different take.
Do you do anything for the moon cycles, like for the full moon or the new moon?
I try to sometimes, but I don't have a regular practice of anything. That hasn't changed in 40 years either. From when I first got my first tarot deck. So I'm still looking, but I do sometimes. A lot of times I'm either too early, too late, something, I find out that, this was a special moon. That was like 4 days ago.
I find that, okay, so like the new moon is going to be at 8:00, 8:19 or 8 something in the morning for me. Sorry, you're not in us anymore.
Right.
Right. Sorry, in Eastern. So that's what for you? 8. So that's 2 o'clock in the afternoon for you. So it's still too early. So like I gotta wait until nighttime.
And I have the same problem in reverse sometimes. The full moon is going to be at 1 a.m. Rising at 1 a.m. in the North America, and then I'm like, but that's 7 a.m. here. So what does that mean? I'm like, I know. The sun is up and everything, and I'm like, okay, it's a full moon, but I can't really see it. So I'm like, do I do it the night before, or do I do it the night of? So if, say, it's the night in North America when the full moon has risen, do I wait till it's night here that same day?
Yeah, I would, because you're before us, so maybe not. Maybe you. I don't know.
Exactly.
I say, you know what I say? Here's what I say. I say, don't complicate it. Do what you want to do. If you're like 24 hours on either end of it, you're fine. Can you just excuse me for 1 second? Read comments. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to see if Mark's home so I can let this guy out. Poor thing.
Okay. I'm gonna look at comments and see. Robin, I just saw your comment that you said the store where you bought your candy corn, they put it next to the bird seed. That's strange. I've never seen that before. And Chris explaining, oh, Chris, you seem to understand how these things work better than we do. Yeah, I think MA said, yeah, I figure if the moon looks pretty big and bright, it's close enough. That's kind of my school of thought too. I think it's close enough. Yeah, and Kristen says, I think the full moon is pretty potent for a few days. And I agree. I think so. And I didn't know. I have this little book called Moon Magic that I got at a used bookstore in the US before I moved. And I've been reading through it. And I didn't know that, like, if you're going to have a medical procedure, like, you should have certain things done at certain phases of the moon, and you shouldn't do certain things at certain phases of the moon. And I never heard of any of that. I never knew about that. So
I would call that superstition, though.
I know, right?
Wouldn't you?
But
yeah.
And then I couldn't help myself because I had 2 surgeries in the past year. So I went back to see, did I say do the right thing, right? Of course, I would not have changed my surgery date. I just wanted the soonest possible date.
Of course.
I would not have changed it for anything. But, and one of my surgeries, I think, was just on the tail end of when you're not supposed to have surgery on your hip. You know, it was like a phase of the moon where it was just on. And I did end up with a small, like, complication from that one. and I was like, okay.
Let's not get too wigged out about that.
Right?
Right? I mean, I'm trying to do my best to do something around the new moon and the full moon. And, like, if I miss the night of, when was the last full moon? I forgot to go outside before I went to bed. I wanted to go outside and take a picture, and I forgot. I just went to bed. And then the next morning, Mark was going to work, and it was dark, and I'm like, take pictures on your way to work.
That's me too. I forget. I just can't keep track of anything. I forget that it was happening. And
all right, do we have a spread for today?
Yes. So I found the spread created by Carrie Mallon, for which a lot of people may know is the creator of the Spacious Tarot.
Nice.
I don't have, but and she created this spread, I think, at the end of 2020, and it was kind of, she said, to counterbalance the energy that people were feeling at that time. Like, I just want to put 2020 behind me and move on. And, so it was this, like, really, difficult energy, of course, everybody remembers, I'm sure. And when I came across it, because you asked, like, oh, was there a 4-card spread? Because that's a good number, right? And I came across this one, and I thought, I think we need this, though, now also. It's good. I think good.
Yeah, we were in the throes of the pandemic and at the end of 2020.
Right.
All right.
So this one is called the Presence and Persistence Tarot Spread, which I think is perfect.
So I forgot to ask everybody in the beginning what what everybody was drinking. I really thought that since Donna is in France, she'd be having wine with me, but no, she's drinking tonic water.
Oops. Yeah,
And
without the gin in it.
So I poured myself a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon. That's what I'm having. A small glass, as you can tell. I've been wanting to do moon rituals. Oh gosh, where are you? MA, I lost you. Oh, you have the Shadowland. I was going to pick that. Oh, it was Kristen that said that. What did she say? But life and adulting get in the way. Oh, you got to make time for yourself. That's what I say. Make time for yourself. I'm reading. I got this deck brandy new, and I think I saw Tony on a channel with it. And so I got the Daydreams Tarot. And I have to tell you, it is the first deck in a long time that I will not be bitching about the fonts. They are easy to be seen. Some of the cards are a little wonky for me, but I'm going to deal with it. All right. I want to see what people are using for decks. And Kristen grabbed the Textured Tarot. MA has Shadowlands. Toadstool Tarot is drinking cranberry juice. Oh, no.
Oh, Robin, that is so painful.
Oh, bless you. Bless you. Yes, drink the cranberry juice. 4 cards, Robin. 4 cards.
I grabbed my, what is it called again? Oh, Jack-o'-lantern tarot.
Oh, I definitely wanted to get I wanted to get a Halloween deck, and I'm having trouble like trying to find out which one to get, so I'll have to see your Halloween deck. Did you just say the Halloween deck?
It's the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. I also have the Halloween tarot.
Oh, I'll have to see your Jack-o'-lantern and see how that is. All right. What is the first card?
All right. The first prompt is presents. What do I most need to be present with right now?
Huh.
And I'll try to shall I type it in the chat?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, that'd be great.
Oops.
Robin said, I'm using the Soul Path Tarot, and you got it on Etsy from Turkey. Oh, cool. Interesting. All right, I have to go look. He's very quiet.
Presents.
Henry? Come on, let's see. Come on. If I say chicken, he comes. Okay. So, of course, what did you get? Did you shuffle yet?
Yes. Yes.
What did you get?
I got the 2 of Pentacles.
Oh, that's a nice card to get.
Yeah.
Presents. What is it? What is it that I most need to be present with right now?
Yeah, what do I need? What do I most need to be present with right now? Yep.
So I got the freaking 5 of Pentacles.
What do I need to be most present?
Chris?
And what are those wolves? What are the animals that are by that person?
I'm gonna get Ruby out. They're either wolves or dogs. There's no book with this, so I don't know. And he looks like he's staring at those pentacles wishfully. That's how I see it. But I can't get the 5 of Pentacles out of my head. What do I need to be present with? I think one thing that I can be present with is that I've shared with all of you on here before, so it's no big deal that Mark left a job and has a new job, but this new job has a great schedule, but financially we took a huge cut because he was 64 and he thought nobody's going to hire me at 64, So I think what I need to be present with is just not getting into that poverty mindset again. Like the budget's tight. It's tighter than it's been in many years, but we're doing okay. Like we're okay. And we're really lucky. And I think that's what I need to stay present with.
Yeah, that's what I think was the first thing that came to my mind too when I saw that card, even though it wasn't reversed.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Chris, my card wasn't reversed. My first
time. Maybe I'm your good luck charm.
Maybe.
Okay.
I literally the other day I did a reading for myself and every single card was reversed.
Didn't you get the 2 of Pentacles?
I may have. I think I've been getting it a lot lately. Yeah.
Did you?
So
Kristen got the 2 of Pentacles as well.
Oh, really?
Yep. She needs to be present with getting her life organized and in balance. Okay. And Emmy got the 8 of Pentacles. We all got Pentacles. Checking in on whether I'm giving myself busy work to avoid something difficult. Okay. That's a good thing. That's really a good thing to know that you could be doing too. Like that's really good that you're in tune with that. Robin got the Page of Cups.
No, Robin.
Yeah, Kristen needs to be president.
Oh,
hey, Kristen, please.
Kristen, go for it. Please.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so all the ladies got Pentacles, and we've got Robin with the Cups. Okay. Okie doke. And I don't know where Chris is, but hopefully he will do this at some point. All right. How about the next card, Donna?
The next prompt is ease. What do I need to ease off on? So guess where do you need to give yourself a break, or maybe give somebody else a break or something like that?
Huh. So I got the 2 of Wands. This deck's kicking me in the butt already. I got to think about it for a minute. Did you type it in, or do you want me to type it in?
Yes, I typed it in.
Oh, look at you. What do I need to ease off on? Well, to me, the 2 of Cups is about making choices, and it's also about like planning ahead, making a plan. And I am all about having plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh yeah, I make backup plans for my backup plans.
Yeah, I do too. And I've actually been thinking a lot about that lately. And because letting go has like that word, cards that have to do with letting go keep coming up into my purview. So I think I can just maybe like ease up on having a plan for my plans. I don't need to have to plan everything. I can be spontaneous.
Oh, guess what I got?
What did you get?
Wheel reversed.
No.
But the wheel, I think, whether it's upright or reversed, usually for me reads about the same, I think. And in this case, I would definitely say it's kind of the same for me. I have a hard time, acknowledging that I don't have control of things, right? That's why we make backup plans for our backup plans. We're trying to control things.
Yes.
Which is not very Zen, right?
No.
So, definitely I have to ease up on that idea that I can control everything, or, I can only do my best, and then what's going to happen is going to happen. So,
right. And when we're in that moment too, like, when what happens, it's then not to like spin, to know, okay, this is the way it is for right now. And whichever way that goes, whether it's great or not, this is the way it is for right now, and be in the present. So Robin, okay. Whoops. Where'd you go, Robin? Robin got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. So do not cling, trust the flow. And you love the extra text on these deck cards. Ooh, send me pictures. Message me some pictures, please, if you think about it. MA got the Page of Swords. More focus, less rabbit holes. Oh, but the rabbit holes are so much fun. And Kristen got the Chariot. You need to move. You've been fixated on coming up the vision for your future. Okay. And failing, we got to get that word right out of there. Sometimes, so you need to ease. Yeah, I would say ease up on that. I think a lot of times when and Donna, I think you'll be able to say yes. When we try so hard, it doesn't come. We have to stop the trying and let go.
Yes.
In order, and then all of a sudden things open up and become clear. It's
kind of like when I've watched videos about people like talking or read things about like spell work.
Yeah.
And they say, do the spell and that's it, right? Mm-hmm. Don't like just back away and let the thing happen. Don't keep,
did I do it good enough? Oh wait, did this happen? Did I do it good enough? Oh God, I went clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Now I got to do it all over.
Right. Yeah. Overthinking and overmanaging. Yes. Micromanaging. And like I said, that I can see that being a problem for me, and also why it's important to try not to do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Indeed.
All right. What's next? Third card.
Persist. What do I need to persist with, even if it's challenging?
Oh, this is so appropriate. The Hermit. I got the Hermit.
Oh, the Hermit
card.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Isn't it pretty? And the Hermit, I wish I could find the Hierophant, because it looks very much like the Hierophant card. It's like the same guy in a different role, or same person. So for me with the Hermit, this is the season of the Hermit for me. And I think that I just need to embrace that. And it is challenging because winter is a challenge for me, but I'm embracing it and I'm going on.
Guess who I got?
Who did you get?
The Hierophant.
You got the Hierophant.
Right.
So what are you persisting in? Zen practice.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what this is referring to.
Zen practice, moon practice, all of it.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, that because the other day the reading that I did that kicked my butt, it's actually a spread I made up myself, and it kicked my butt. And I got the 7 of Swords twice in the same spread because I was using a different deck for each position. And the one deck, when I looked at the guidebook entry for the 7 of Swords, it said imposter syndrome was one of the key phrases. And that's what I immediately thought about. That's how I think I see myself when it comes to any kind of spiritual practice. I feel like an imposter. No matter what I try, I feel like I'm not authentically this, because like you said, it hasn't been like something in my family for generations, or something like that. Like that I always feel like a tourist, or however you want to call it. So I don't know if if it's referring to that, like persisting in finding practices that do work for me and are meaningful to me personally, or
and there can be more than one.
Yeah. It's not like Highlander.
That's
there can be only one.
That is right. All right. What did everybody else get? Persist. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Okay. New spark is calling you forward. So follow the spark. Yes, absolutely. Continue your creative efforts. And I got the 10 of Cups. And I got the 10 of Cups, persisting with gratitude, joy, and love, even while dealing with a series of losses. Yep, that's so important. And I think that 10 of Cups energy can carry you through that. Oh, you have no clue. Persisting. Okay, so that Knight of Swords. All I can think of is the Knight of Swords in the Waite Smith deck, and he's the one that's like charging forward. And and I always call it the hold my beer card, but because that's what it looks like. He's saying, hold my beer. But I think with his pursuit is for truth and clarity and for cutting through the bullshit. So I think that's what that's about for you. The persisting in, and I would say, so the card before this, we're telling you to let go. Now this is what you want to persist in. And I think you want to persist in taking one step forward and one step forward and one step forward, and just asking for clarity for the way. And that night will carry you. Maybe you'll have a beer on the way. You never know. What's our last one, Miss Donna?
Alrighty. Gift. What am I learning through all of this? So all of the difficulties, trials, and tribulations.
So, honest to Pete, this is where I'm going to just pick another card. I should have shuffled again. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to read with the card I have. So it's the gift. So I got the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is usually the cup. That's like, grief.
Or at least disappointment.
Yeah, like the gift of disappointment. I'm not disappointed like in anything right now.
But also that card shows just 5 teacups, right? Balanced on each other.
Yeah, I think they're yeah, so I think balance, and I also think the gift of so I read it like, so not to be disappointed, right? Not so it doesn't take a lot for me to, and I get that imposter syndrome too. I think, oh, nobody will like this, or nobody wants to hear about this, and I should just do what makes me happy, like with my channel, present stuff that makes me happy. And if people like it, they like it. And if not, okay, whatever, and I think that can also go, and that is a balanced approach to life, I think. What do you think?
Because I was also thinking about the traditional card.
Mm-hmm.
Shows, doesn't it, 3 cups standing and 2 spilled?
Yeah.
Is that correct? And it's like as if the person is only focused on the 2 spilled cups and isn't recognizing that there are still 3.
Yep, that there's still 3 standing. So you got to turn around and look for the good. Yep.
I'm not getting a card because I guess I'm not focused enough. What am I like?
Yes, Kristen, there you go.
Oh my God.
She said she's going to a French restaurant tonight. She'll say, hold my wine. Yeah.
So I got my stalker card of the moment, 7 of Swords. Upright.
As a gift. So that is get over the imposter syndrome. Kristen got the gift as the magician. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
You are more powerful and influential than you realize, but also you have the power to get all of that balance and clarity and all this stuff that you keep saying you don't have. I don't have the attention span. I don't have balance. I don't have, I don't, all of it's negative self-talk, Kristen, and the magician is cutting through that, as is the Knight of Swords. You are more powerful and influential than you realize. You're a gift to the community. So, okay. And wait a minute. Did I miss Toadstool? Robin got the King of Pentacles. Yes, wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom, and you have a lot of knowledge too. Knowledge about music and knowledge about art, and you're a great creator. Negative Nancy. Just remember this, and I'm saying this because I'm saying it to myself too. What we put out, what we put out there, the ripples go out and they come back to us. It's like the ocean. So we want to make sure that we're putting out positive things into the world.
And MA said she got the Lovers for card 4 and says, okay, there's a lot to chew on there.
Enough said.
Yeah. Well, I would see also that like the Lovers I think the way that yes, I can be like partnership of some kind, but also choice. So to me, I would say what I'm learning through all this, if I got that card, I would say is that I have a choice.
Yeah.
So I have a choice either how I react to things or not, or, I have in some way or another, or I have a choice to make, that could be another way to look at it. But,
and remember that this moon coming up is very relationshipy. So,
yes.
It's about relationships and balance and justice. So take that as you will. Harmony in relationships too.
Right.
Kristen agrees with what I said. That's good, because I thought I was getting a little preachy.
I lost my page in the book. Oh yeah, in the Moonology book. I liked one of the things under that write-up. It says, attuned to the moon, reach out to someone and let them know you care. Which I like.
That's nice.
A positive action that's like outside of ourselves, to do.
Yeah.
Feel more, think less, which could also fit with that. My spread started with a balance card, the Two of Pentacles. So,
and letting go of control.
And letting go of control. Yeah. Balancing my need for control with,
We think that control gives us more choices, but in reality, I think it closes us off to choices coming in, because we're only available to plan A, B, or C.
Yeah, right.
What was your bottom card? What's everybody's card on the bottom? Let's be Jonathan Daly. My bottom card is the Two of Cups. Look at this. I love it. A balance card again.
Yeah. Mine is the King of Wands. I'm not sure, actually, because the way I put my deck down, I don't know if he's upright or reversed.
We'll take it as upright.
We'll just go upright. Yeah. So, King of Wands.
What did you guys get for your bottom card? Five of Pentacles on the bottom. That's what I started with, MA. I always see that card as poverty mindset, or of not being able to see like that there's help available, like that there's a friend out there, that there's somebody out there holding the light. Kristen got the Four of Swords again. Kristen, like that is respite. Stop trying so hard. The clarity, the swords are that's gonna come to you. The truth and the clarity is gonna come to you. And look, Robin got the Hold My Beer card. The Knight of Swords, move swiftly and do not forget your intent. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Well, this was lovely.
I'm reading in the other Moonology book, the manifesting mindset for the new moon in Libra. Consider the other person in your situation. What are their needs and worries? Get out and meet new people.
Okay.
So that's a way to manifest something relationship wise.
Okay. I have, let's see, what's coming up for you, Donna? What do you do? Like, do you guys have any things going on in town or any place close for like Samhain, or I know they don't do Halloween really big in Europe, but
they do it more now than they used to. Okay. Which is a really strange phenomenon for Jan, who grew up in the Netherlands. It was never a thing. and now his family was just visiting. His brother and his wife were visiting us, and they also were remarking on all the Halloween things that they saw. and they were both saying that there was never anything Halloween. It just didn't exist. Where meanwhile, I came to Europe expecting nothing. Halloween being one of my favorite times. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year. October, my favorite month. I love Halloween. Didn't expect, I brought my decorations with me because I thought I wouldn't find
I'll
any.
never find any.
And no, they've totally bought into this.
Wow.
I think it's more because we grew up with it, culturally, so from childhood.
Right.
Whereas it's still, I think, more it's an adopted thing here, and it's an excuse to party. It's just they love any excuse to party, so
okay.
It's just another thing, to do. But it's amazing actually how many decorations you can buy in the stores. It's just like in the US, the stores now have Halloween decorations side by side with Christmas decorations, which drives me
drives me crazy too. Up here, so now I live about 2.5 hours north of where I used to live, and I live in the mountains, and I live pretty rural. Like it's a very small town in a like pretty rural community. And right next door to a college town, though. So, you've got that. But where I lived in Lancaster City and that it was a very, it was a really eclectic, and I don't know, Lancaster was kind of a happening place, Lancaster City. And we had a lot of longtime homeowners on our street. And every year at Halloween, like we went out on the porch. If it was cold, we wrapped up in blankets. There was always lots of wine being poured and snacks being shared, and the kids coming up and getting candy, everything. It was just so much fun. And here, there's just nothing.
Oh, wow.
None of that. And I think it was last year, I didn't have one kid come to my door. Not one.
Oh, straight. Well, where I lived before moving to Europe, we were on a road where there weren't that many houses, and I don't think there were any kids living on the road anymore, and it was kind of dangerous. So we never got trick-or-treaters at where we lived, but we did. Where I grew up was in a nice neighborhood, and there were always trick-or-treaters. And then it is funny, like I said, growing up with it, and then trying to explain to Jan like the utter disappointment when you got a really bad cold snap in the northeastern United States, like right before Halloween, meaning that your mother would not let you go trick-or-treating without a coat on, totally ruining the vibe of your costume. Like, does anybody else feel me on this?
Yes.
He doesn't understand my pain because he did not grow up with this.
Oh.
How disappointing it was when your mother absolutely made you wear a coat.
Oh yeah, that was awful. Like, and that was one of the things I did with my kids too. Like I made them bulk up underneath their clothes, underneath their costumes, and they hated that just as much. I'm like, but
right.
You don't understand. When I was a kid, I had to wear a winter coat over my costume. Nobody saw it. Listen, October in Massachusetts, I think we had snow a couple of years.
Yep, and Hudson Valley, it could go either way. We could have had a kind of a mild October, and then sometimes it was really cold.
Oh. So Robin said, thanks, Jillian and Donna. It was fun. He's got to run, but he'll look forward to the next time. And Kristen said, thanks for this. And you did say bye. And MA said, bye, everyone. So I'm just so happy that you were able to come by and talk. And like, my last question for you is, when are you starting a channel?
Oh, probably close to never.
Okay.
I don't think it's something that I will be doing.
Well, that's okay too, but you can come on my channel anytime.
Yeah.
I loved having you.
You're the second person. I mean, it's just, I think only the third time I've been on somebody's channel. And then the other two times were both on Orshi's channel.
Oh, nice.
So I always think, again, imposter syndrome. Why would anybody want to talk to me about these things. Like I said, I'm not a professional reader. I'm not a content creator. I'm not,
You
I'm
have
not
so much
anything.
knowledge about cards, though. I mean, and just like the story of I just love the story about how tarot started for you, because it was so different from me. I I'm telling you, I didn't hear the word tarot until I was in my 40s. Like, what happened to me? I don't know. Like, I'm not
You got hit with the tarot.
I
The tarot
did.
fairy came down and hit you with her wand.
I did. All right, everyone. Chris came back in and he said, "Yeah, when is Donna
Oh,
reversed?
that
Donna
is the
reversed
perfect
starting to
channel name, though. I
yeah,
love that.
me
That would be
too.
perfect for me.
That would be great. All right, you guys. Everybody, take care, and I will see you. Gosh, I think the next time I see you, Miss Emma will be on with me, so that will be fun too.
Ooh.
Everyone, take care. Have a great weekend.